Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Well, yesterday, I'm sorry I didn't make a video yesterday afternoon. I just got super busy. I didn't really have time, but I've gathered up a bunch of stuff and I'm going to present it to you today. Okay, now, starting with Gypsy's ex account, okay? I said yesterday that both of them were, she put them on private. Today again. Now, somebody told me that she had taken them off of private. So I said, okay, well, maybe she changed it. But when I went back to go look, they were still on private. So you got to watch which Gypsy accounts you look at, because she's got two that she uses, and both of them were on private. There are a couple of others, but they're not hers, okay? So Ken yesterday went on his ex account and said this. And of course he's going to say that, right? What happens every time Gypsy goes nuts on accounts? Somebody has to come up and cover her butt, saying it's not her account, she got hacked, whatever reason. It's never, never, never Gypsy's fault. Never. Never. She can say whatever she wants, she can do whatever she wants, because it's never her fault. You watch. Okay, every time, like, last time when her Twitter got, no, not Twitter, Instagram got hacked. That was supposed to be the night she had her baby, apparently. But she was on live with Brie, telling everybody her account got hacked. And that was the night she was supposed to have been giving birth. I still never heard a discussion about that from Gypsy. I never heard her say, well, you know, oh, we were there earlier in the day. By the time I was on live with Brie, the baby was already born, or I didn't go into labor till after. Nothing. We heard nothing about that. Because she's lying out the a-hole. And sometimes she just doesn't know how to cover herself. You know what I mean? Sometimes she just lies so much that it just looks bad. Really bad. She doesn't say anything at all. She just figures we're all going to forget it. It's going to, you know, yesterday's news, like her mother's murder. It was so 10 years ago. So she says, right? Then I got somebody on TikTok posted this.
I knew what the results were going to be all along. You know, everything from the beginning checked out to where it was going to, you know, we never had any doubts that it was going to be our kid. We did the paternity test early to, you know, calm the mind or ease the minds of everyone else involved. And then we just did another one for, you know, legal reasons.
Now, remember how we were talking about the paternity test and which one they do and which one did they get back? We were so confused because that's what they want us to do. They want us to get confused. They don't want us to know the real deal, okay? But Ken says right there that they did an at-home paternity test the first time, okay? So that one where we saw Gypsy pretending she was going to faint, that was the legal one. And why was she going to faint, I think? Because she had no idea how it was going to turn out. That's why. She thought if she could pretend she's fainting or whatever, they'll just say, okay, we'll wait a little longer, or we'll put it off for another day. That's what she was waiting for. But it didn't happen. She had to do it. She had to. And that's what made her sick. She said she felt like she was going to throw up and everything because she had no idea. And you know why she had no idea? Because the first one was fake. Fake as F. That's why she had no idea. Why doesn't she just come out and say, look, I doctored the first one because I didn't want Ken to think that it was any chance it would be Ryan's. But now here's the second paternity test, and she's ready to faint. She's ready to throw up and everything. Why? Because she thinks it could be Ryan's. And at this point, the baby's already born. So you would think, oh, what happened to, oh, she's got Ken's mouth. What happened to that? Maybe she looks like Dee Dee, which also looks like Ryan. And a lot of people are saying she looks like Dee Dee. if there is a baby, right? But for her to pretend she was sick and going to throw up and stuff like that, it makes me think there is a baby, because she wouldn't even be acting like that. If, you know what, she wouldn't even be taking that test if there wasn't a real baby, right? But then, that's when I start to flip-flop again, because that sign that Ken's holding up, the dates are all screwed up. Now, if the one date is for the baby's birth date, then the baby wasn't born on the day they're saying. So that's lie number one. Right? If that is indeed supposed to be Ken's birthday, and they screwed up the year, it's another lie. So it makes me think, what were you guys doing? Were you guys pretending that you were at a clinic giving blood? Or did you just go to any old clinic and give blood and made it look like that it was the paternity test? See? Just so many inconsistencies and so many lies that we don't know what to believe anymore. And yes, we're going to question every single word out of her mouth, because she lies and lies so much it's getting ridiculous. She'd rather just go up on freaking TikTok there and do her little freaking dance moves than get out on the point with everybody and tell everybody the freaking truth. Come clean. You want social media to be your job. Come clean and then start doing what you need to do. Stop screwing around people. You're going to lose followers. You've already lost a lot of followers. You've lost a lot of people's trust because they can't trust you anymore. And even if you did come clean, we'd probably still think you're lying. That's how much you lie. Sorry guys, my little rant for this morning, I think. But, you know, it's been kind of building up in me, because the last few videos I've been a little bit nice, to the point where I don't think my point was getting across at some points. So here's my briefing. I do think Gypsy has a doll. Okay? I really do. But I also think she could have a real baby. Could. With the baby part, I'll give her about 60% there might be a baby. But she definitely has a doll. That's 99.9%. Okay? Anyway, guys, thanks for letting me rant this morning. You know, I gotta let out this gypsy crazy. Look at my eyes. They're gone crazy. You guys want to see something freaky? Watch this, okay? That's my little hidden talent, all right? All right, guys, thanks for letting me rant. That's my thoughts, my opinions, and all alleged. Please like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm so much, and you guys are amazing. I just love each and every one of you. All right, now. Bye, guys.